Friends, let us continue what we did in the last class. We were discussing the genitive case and started using words and their combinations with the genitive case marker. In the case of Kili, what we did was we introduced a suffix and the case marker was added later. In this being a vowel ending word, Kili as L plus E, and again a vowel coming in, we introduced a semi vowel. So this became Kiliyin. And then Udaya. As usual, we cut it off and remained the rest here. Now, we must remember that the words ending with vowels will have to take a semi vowel. Nari, a jackal. It also ends with E, so naturally you have to introduce a semi vowel, and that will become Nariyin Pal. Pal, we learnt it long back, a tooth, or Nariyin wall, tail. Nariyin wall, tail, Nariyin of the jackal. So, this in itself, the suffix in itself serves the purpose of the genitive case. That is why we leave out the case marker. Another word, Ti. Ti is fire. Ti plus in plus Udaya, a semi vowel. Tiyin Udaya, Tiyin. Veppam, Veppam is heat. Tiyin Veppam, heat of the fire. Again you see, like Kili and Nari, this word Ti also had to take in a semi vowel. That was short E, and this Ti has a long E. One more example. This is Kakkai, a crow. Kakkayin, you introduced a semi vowel, so this becomes Kakkayin. Coral. Coral is a new word you are learning now. Coral is voice. Kakkayin koral, the voice of the crow. This word ends with I. We saw this rule long back. Words ending with e and I will take a semi-vowel if they had to be conjugated with or combined with a vowel. So, the semi-vowel purpose, what is the purpose of the semi-vowel? It serves as a cementing factor between two vowels. Here also we find that E and I will take the semi-vowel ya, and the rest will take the semi-vowel remember. We saw an example earlier. In this case, this word ends with a and here is a vowel. A semi-vowel is needed. Can you read this? My, ya, il, chamayal, ammavin, chamayal. Chamayal is cooking, preparation. Ammavin, chamayal, cooking of the mother, preparation of the mother. So far, we have seen three cases. We started the study of the cases because they are required in framing sentences. A sentence must have a subject and a predicate. What is a subject and what is a predicate? Let us have an example. The boy goes to school. The boy goes to school. Boy is the subject, as you know. And what is the rest? Predicate. A predicate is the part of a sentence which gives information about the subject. This predicate part has its own components. A verb. In a sentence, you need a subject and a predicate. In this language, you find, because that's the language we make use of for studying, a subject is followed by a verb. A subject is followed by a verb. Now, we will take up the syntax, the sentence forms in Tamil. Sentence formation. We will have a sort of conversation like portion so that the points will be clear. உன் பெயர் என்ன? உன் பெயர் என்ன? This is the subject. என் பெயர் கண்ணன். This is the subject and this is predicate. உன் பெயர் என்ன? என் பெயர் கண்ணன். அவள் யார்? அவள் யார்? யார் who? Who is she? அவள் is she. Yar is who? Who is she? Is the translation. Here, this is the subject. அவள் யார்? அவள் என் தங்கை. அவள் என் தங்கை. அவள் subject and this is predicate. Here are 4 sentences. One is உன் பெயர் என்ன? என் பெயர் கண்ணன். அவள் யார்? அவள் என் தங்கை. So, பெயர் is the subject. என்ன is the predicate. The part of a sentence which gives details about or which speaks about the subject is the predicate. So, this enna is a predicate, kannan is a predicate, yar is a predicate, tangai is a predicate. Is it clear? Now, enna is a question, interrogation. Yar is an interrogation, a question. Kannan is a name, proper noun. Tangai is a noun, common noun. A predicate can be a question or a noun. We shall have a few more examples. நீ வீட்டுக்கு போகிறாய். நீ வீட்டுக்கு போகிறாய். நீ is the subject. The whole thing is predicate. Here it ends with a verb. A sentence can end with a verb, as you see here, with a question, as you saw earlier, and also with a noun. Is it clear? We shall have a few more examples. நீ எங்கே போகிறாய்? It is an interrogation. It's a question. நீ எங்கே போகிறாய்? This sentence ends with a verb. This is a question and here is an answer. நான் பள்ளிக்கூடம் போகிறேன். This பள்ளிக்கூடம் is an answer to this. எங்கே பள்ளிக்கூடம்? Who goes? நான். Now, is it right? Is this sentence right? Naturally, this must have the dative case. Is it not? நான் பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்கு போகிறேன். நீ எங்கே போகிறாய்? நான் பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்கு போகிறேன். In this sentence, this is subject, this is verb, and this shows the destination. This part of the sentence gives details about the activities of the subject. This part of the sentence speaks about the subject. So, this part of the sentence is called predicate, and in all the languages it ends with a verb. But we find in Tamil a sentence can end with a question or a noun. இந்த வீடு யாருடைய வீடு? இந்த you know, வீடு you know. Now only this you have to find out what it is. இந்த வீடு, this house. Again வீடு has come. யாருடைய? If you separate this உடைய, you have this word yar. Yar is who. உடைய is genitive case. So, யாருடைய? Whose. Whose house is this? Whose house is this? Whose house is this house? So, instead of this house, repeating that, I simply say இது யாருடைய வீடு? Whose house is this? So, inevitably you have a verb there in English, and in Tamil the predicate can be a verb, a noun, or an interrogation. We will have a few more examples because it is a difficult topic. கிளி பேசுகிறது. கிளி பேசுகிறது. Have you come across this word? Peshu, to speak. It is believed that the parrot repeats what we say. பேசுகிறது. கிளி பேசுகிறது. This is a verb. I am using a sentence which you are already aware of. கிளியின் நிறம் பச்சை. நிறம் is the subject. நிறம், color. கிளியின் நிறம், color of the parrot. பச்சை, green. So color, it's a noun. This is a complete sentence with a subject and a predicate. This is a complete sentence with a subject and a predicate. And here the predicate happens to be a verb, and here the predicate happens to be a color, a noun. So, in a sentence, the predicate can be a verb or a noun or a question. As a result, there is no rule insisting upon the verb being the predicate of a sentence. If you understand this, it will be easy to read the books and understand them. So, in a sentence, we have the subject and a predicate, and the predicate describes the subject. Predicate has the details about the subject. So, we have sentences like this. Kandan, Kandan, Kandan is the name of Murugan. Kandan, Murugan, all names of God. Nalla, good. I have used a new word. Nalla, you know, an adjective, good. I have used the word Nallavan. Nallavan, a good man. Nalla Manidan, Manidan, man. Nalla Manidan, good man. Kandan, Nalla Manidan. Kandan is a good man. Instead of giving an adjective and a noun, I have compressed them into one word as Nallavan, as you do in English. Man is good, like that. Kandan Nallavan. this becomes a noun. Nalla Manisan, a good man. Kandan, Nalla Manisan, Kandan is a good man. So again we find that a noun can be the predicate in a sentence. So a verb, a noun and an interrogation can serve the purpose of a predicate. So we shall continue the sentence formations and its variations in the next class.